What's going on, duelists? This is Darius with the Game State, and we're here today with a spicy deck profile. Maze of Memories just dropped, and we're here with our friend Angel. He's going to give us his profile on Kashtira Tearlaments.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start exactly playing tier cash. I feel like the format itself is very diverse. I mean, it's also kind of hard to play this deck, but I like to live on cope. It's very fun to play. I still enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get right into it and show you exactly what's going on. All right. So we play two Rhino Heart. We don't want three and we don't want one because one can technically banish off our um, banished off for any form of like diablosis, or I can get hit by a rise heart. So in playing one inevitably just puts you in a bad state. Um, we play the best cards right now. They're still one ofs right now, but they're still good. If you mill them, you're definitely ahead and you still feel better. um, we also play tier cash. We play three of her because we still want to see tier monsters, and being able to search her off of many other cards like Solic or Pearl Rhino or even the Kashtira field spell, it proves to be better. After playing that, we play the one Fenrir. So the main issue we had with this deck is why should it be like one or three Fenrir? And a lot of the times when we had three Fenrir, the mills kept milling really bad. So like we wanted to make sure that the mills were always available for us and always winning. So we had to put it down to one because he's a bad mill, but he's a good draw. We play the technically glue of the deck right now. The only way you can technically play or make anything in this deck right now is this card specifically. We don't have access to Rukalos really because Kikalos being gone, but King of the Swamp does get us there a lot of the time. We play one of the best normal summons in the deck, Diviner of the Herald. Play three of her. You definitely want to see this as your normal summon. There's a lot of the times where if seeing her, she can help you like advance your game state, and there's a little few synchros we play as well to help get us there as well. After that, we play three Game of Seal. So the reason why we play three Game of Seal in this deck is because one, it's an aqua. It helps us get into Collider Heart easier, so we don't have to continue to keep relying on either milling the names, King of the Swamp. That's it. And if we just rely on those too much, we're not going to ever go into Collider Heart. This also is a board breaker for getting rid of any Shangira or Rise Heart, so we can continue to play. Of course, these you don't really need to speak on these. You know why these cards are banned and hit to one for a reason. These cards mill five are just insane, and if we always want to mill five, we always want to mill 10 in this deck. Is the best part of this deck. We play the one Hill Shadal Hollow. The reason why one Hill Shadal Hollow is because it again accelerates our mill process, and not only does it accelerate the real process, it also opens up another line into a Shadal fusion that we can go into, which I will show here pretty soon. We also play one Destrudo. Um, I've been on the back end of either moving this up to two or just keeping it at one. One of the reasons why is because I don't know. I kind of want to synchro into the two synchros I have in my deck can really accelerate it really hard. But for the time being, we're gonna play it at one. All right, that's all the monsters we play so far. And then we play, of course, the best card in the deck, Pearl Rhino at three. Again, this is also another tier searcher. If it's not a tier searcher, it's a popper. It just helps the deck really, really like go forward into setting up either Kaleido Heart pop into like traps, which is really, really good. It also searches tier cache, which is good too. We play the one pressure planet right so one of the synchros in here actually accelerates this combo for a reason, and there's a reason why we play this at one, and we play the one terraforming to search this. We technically play two copies, and we play four copies of Pearl Rhino. So we want to make sure that we can always accelerate into this, and then go into Pearl Rhino. And then Foolish Burial of Goods. The reason why we play three Foolish Burial of Goods is because, again, we want to send cards like Solic, Scream, any card that can technically help us search into our tier engine. And it's much better to just send this card and give us any engine forward. It's technically another engine. We play Super Poly is our going second card right now. The reason why Super Poly is because a lot of Kashtira combos, yes, they end in the sometimes they can end in the five stone trap lockout, but if they end up not doing that, Super Poly does clear the board really well for us to play the game. We want to make sure to be able to get off of Rise Heart and then get off his Diablosis, and then that gives us the ability to play the game.
Exactly.
Then we play two Scream. Um, this used to be one, but we put it at two because this card is extremely good to draw. It helps us mill, and not only does it help us mill, the negative 500 does come up a lot, and then it helps us move into game scenarios where we could just push ahead and crack boards. The one Foolish Burial because we want to send Kelbeck, Agito, anything. This is anything really. It's just technically another card in your deck that's an engine setup. So I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. We play the one Poly Searcher for King of the Swamp. We have open lines to Chimera, and the Chimera play can end up helping us get into game. It also helps us break boards easier, so we don't end up losing to strong cards that we can't necessarily out via targeting. Uh, we play three traps only. We play two Soliot. Again, this is another reason why we play Foolish Burial Goods. This card, sending it, being able to search any form of good tier card like Sheeran, Tier Cash, Rhino Heart. That line opens up so many much because of those two cards specifically. And then we play the one noise. This card, we play this because Kashtira is the current meta in the format right now. This is the only card that could technically shut down the deck efficiently if they don't draw birth, and it just lets us play more. All right, that's 40 card main deck. That's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and move into the extra deck. All right, so the extra deck is almost is pretty self-explanatory for what tier players should be playing. We play the one Kaleido Heart, the one Rukalos. So there's a reason why we don't play two. The reason why we can't play two is because, yes, it plays harder into Diablosis and it kind of disrespects Diablosis and it makes it to where, if they hit these, we kind of makes it harder for us. But we play other fusions that should naturally be able to help us get there, even if they Diablosis there on their turn. So them hitting the Kaleido Heart won't really do too much because then we still have open lines of Zeus. We play one Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon again, super poly target. If it isn't a super poly target, it's a setup for like one of our grave triggers, and then we can also go into Zeus with this and either Rhinoheart or Sheeran. We play Grapha. Grapha is without a doubt one of the best cards in this deck. He is not a negator, so like anything that has an activate response, you can just go Grapha, send, and they can't activate another one. So this card really helps you not play into like scenarios of thrust or tactics if they have a second one or any scenario that activates cards. Uh, we play one Chimera. This card is without a doubt the best poly target. We are not polying for anything else besides this man. This man will almost put us in a gaming spot, and we are definitely winning if we get this off. Draco Stapelia because again, this makes cards level 1. This stops Kashtira as well. This also stops trap check monsters as well, and so they can't rank up into rank 4. So we can definitely go ahead and move forward from there as well. Making that card off of like your turn 2 play is really good. The one Garua because it's a super poly target again. Trap check's existent. Kashtira is existent. Sword Soul, anything that kind of in the current format, this card is really good to make off of super poly. Uh, and then the one reason why we play the Hell Shadal, Winda. So Winda will be able to put us in a really good, strong spot if our opponent does not have any way to out this card, and we have protection. So if we make some other protection cards with this, and they don't have a way to out this, they auto lose. So now we're gonna move to the Xyz. So we play Dracosac. The reason why we play Dracosac is because this card is another combo line, summoning Fenrir, summoning Tier Cash, making this, being able to detach for 2 materials, and then making Cherubini, sending King of the Swamp, then making Sprint, send Merly. That's an auto fusion. We play Redoer because this makes our turn 2 play really strong. If we don't end on really strong board, or if we end on a mid board, this being able to make Kaleido Heart on your opponent's turn on any play, it makes it harder for them to play the game. it puts us ahead as well. Of course, the one Zeus. Again, we're basically putting them in a scenario where they are either banishing these one of these three or the Mud Dragon because they're either going to play in the Super Poly or they're going to play into the Zeus. Then we play. So then, like I said, we play the Cherubini and Sprint combo. This combo specifically, like I said, it's pretty explanatory. This also can detach from Dracossack or Time Thief Redoer, which helps us, win games faster. And then our two synchros. So we play Ancient Fairy Dragon. This card has recently just came back into the meta. This card can easily get us into a higher scenario. So like Meha said, we can easily pop this and search this. And getting Pearl Rhino on the field for a tier player is always meaning you're ahead and you're also like controlling the game state in a better way. You can also special summon a level 4 or lower. So this can summon Merly, you can mill 3, you can summon Diviner, send Nagito. It just has so many ways. It's just so good right now. Then we play Barone. Barone the Floor, not only does it have its negate, but it has its pop effect. Being able to use this to pop Kaleido Heart or be able to pop any name on your board will trigger their fusion effect. So we don't end up always just on Barone plus anything. We can end on Barone plus Kaleido Heart plus Room Kalos because of that process. And that's pretty much it for this tier deck. It's definitely been like a very fun time frame playing this deck. I've enjoyed it, and I don't think right now we fully have any changes for it going forward. We pretty much have it solidified, and this is probably what we're going to be taking to the Houston Regional.
All right, Angel. I want to thank you for doing this deck profile for us. And before you go, I want to get your thoughts on the next big set, Cyberstorm Access. What are you looking forward to in that set?
I am definitely looking forward to Manadome coming out during that set. That set's going to be very fun. I heard there's also a few McCunkle cards coming out in there, which is going to be cool. But mostly for me, playing basically another tier variant, but with synchros, is going to definitely be Manadome for me. I'm definitely hyped about it, and I'm very excited.
All right, appreciate you for your time.
All right.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, thank you.